Hello everyone. In this video we are going to create the third program for RoboCat. Now in this program we want to use both the sensors and perform both the actions. So if we throw light on the light sensor, the cat has to turn its head. And if we put white paper on our IR sensor, the cat has to wag its tail. Now we need to understand these actions can happen simultaneously as well. So to start the program, we'll go to robots and Arduino block. Now we have two sensors to read. So we want 2 times read. One sensor is attached to pin number A0, other sensor is attached to pin number A1. And we have seen that we cannot put A0 and A1 inside here in this command. So we create variables and we put the value of the variables here. So we'll create two variables, one A0 and another A1. And we have to set the value A0 to A0 because this is name, this is not the value, okay? So this is just a name, and in that we have to put this value. And in that we are putting value A1 and A0 here and A1 here. We want to continuously read these two and keep the value stored in some variable. So we'll create two variables, one for the first sensor, which is the light sensor, and another for the IR sensor. Senval1 and Senval2, and we'll set the values. Senval1 we set the value of A0 in that, and Senval2 we set the value of A1 in that. So we have read both the values and we have stored them in respective variables. Now it is time to compare and act. As we said in the beginning, we want to perform the actions simultaneously in some cases. So we are going to use if then else 2 times. We are not going to put this if inside here, because even if this condition is not valid, we want to check for this condition. Even if this condition is valid, still we want to check for this condition. Now what are these conditions? We have equality comparison, both places. In one we are going to check for the Senval1. In the second we are going to check for the Senval2. If it is 0, which means if we are throwing light, we need to perform the action. What action? We are going to use motor 3 and motor 4 respectively. So rotate motor 3 clockwise. So till the time there is light, it will keep on rotating it. And else we should stop motor 3. Here rotate motor 4, wagging of the tail, else stop motor 4. Having to separate if and else ensures that both the conditions are checked in every iteration of the program. Both the value of Senval1 as well as Senval2 is compared in every iteration. Here also we need 0 because we know 0 is for white. Now we need to ensure that the checking is performed continuously, the comparing is performed continuously, and the actions are performed continuously. So these commands should be inside of forever. We don't want this setting of pins A0 and A1 here to be inside forever, because once these values of variable are set to A0 and A1 respectively, we don't need to set them again and again. But we need to read the value of the sensor again and again because it can change anytime. We need to compare the value because it can change anytime. We need to take action as soon as the value changes. So all these commands are inside forever. Upload the program and check if it works as we have expected it to work.